This video almost didn't happen because you were so skeptical that we could get it right after 2 years of trying.
I had researched how to paint over Limewash.
We decided to do this video because, one, we just, we like to show you our projects.
Yeah.
Two, there's more out there now, but when I started lime washing our house, I couldn't find a lot online.
There's a mosquito flying around. It has me real panicked.
If he lands on your face, do I have permission to slap you?
Yeah.
All right.
You had one. Oh, I make lime.
You're like a warrior princess.
Give me some kisses.
Thanks for your TFF.
Thanks for
Pretty
your
girl.
TFF.
Thanks for your kisses, pretty girl.
Oh, man.
We have a brick house, and one of the ways that you can paint brick is by lime washing it.
Yeah.
Old world stuff.
Yeah.
Like the kind of stuff that they were doing in the old world.
Yeah, ancient times.
Yes.
Yeah, if you get the pre-mixed stuff, it is a lot more expensive. We couldn't afford that.
Right.
And so we decided to make our own.
What's it called?
Hydrated
Hydrated?
lime,
Hydrated.
type S, I think.
It comes in a bag in the barn section of Home Depot and Lowe's.
No, we couldn't even find it in Home Depot
That's right.
and Lowe's.
We had to go to Menards.
We could have ordered it online, but it was really expensive online to where it wasn't even worth it.
No.
So we had to find somewhere semi-local. We live in kind of like the middle of nowhere, and so we had to drive about, an hour and 15 minutes or so to,
Yeah, about an hour
To-
to a larger city.
yeah. But it was only
Or things.
$15, a little under $15
Yeah,
for a big
bag.
bag of it. We've done a lot of things wrong in this
So many
process. We initially started lime washing our house, 2 years ago.
Maybe even more.
So we're sharing with you what we've learned over the last couple of years of having some pretty awful looking lime wash on our house.
We're about to download trial and error of 2
Yeah.
years plus into
Yeah.
your brain.
Yeah. To now, I think we've had a pretty successful go.
So good.
It's really pretty.
Just looks so good.
But yeah, we're gonna take you through the mistakes that we've made and then what we did to fix them, and hopefully that will help you paint your house for under 20 bucks.
That's the idea.
Maybe under 30 or 40, depending on when this comes out.
Or how big your house is, right?
Or how big your house is. Yeah. So here we go.
Look at those bricks. They'll never know what hit them. Doing only one coat.
It's an awful idea.
It's terrible.
Well, so here's the thing. I thought you could do only one coat because whenever you read the pre-made putty, like
Yes.
Fabio, I think
Yes.
is how you say it, I'm sure they're great. I'm not dissing them. But when you read their instructions, they say 1 to 2 coats.
Right.
And so I assumed that also applied to the hydrated lime powder
Right,
that I was
right,
mixing
right,
homemade.
right.
It looked awful
It looked-
with 1 coat.
It looked like Beckness house. That's what it looked like.
With homemade lime wash, you're supposed to expect to do about 3 to 4 coats. Now we only did 2 though, and it looks good enough.
It's so good. Oh yes, and it's not just rain.
Right.
To me, that's the hardest part of lime wash is that the weather can't be too hot, can't be too cold, can't be gonna rain. So
Can't be gonna rain. So like with lime washing, you have to wet down the wall first. And when you wet it down, you wanna make sure it's not dried by the time you get done that section
Right.
you're working on. And what would happen to us is we would spray down a section and there would be just sun blasting that section. And by the time I got to the bottom of that section, it would be dry. And so the lime wash is going on improperly because the brick is supposed to be wet when you're painting it. And if it's in some shade, then it's not gonna dry real fast. You also have to make sure it's not gonna frost within a certain amount of days.
Mistake number 3 is taking a break in the middle of a wall. Ha! Terrible. What a stupid idea. Nobody should ever do that.
You can see the seam
You can't.
where we
It's terrible.
painted it and then took a break and it dried. But you can see some of these other pictures.
Yeah.
If I didn't have time to finish a whole wall, I would start a wall and paint it only to where it then turned. I painted to the chimney and then stopped.
Yep.
Because there's gonna be a shadow on part of the chimney. So even if there's a little bit of a seam there, you won't really see it because there's a shadow.
I do not subscribe to this theory. I've told her I'm not
so
sure
dumb.
this is accurate.
Oh my gosh, all right.
But I definitely
Mistake
understand
four.
the pseudoscience.
The pseudoscience. This is kind of piggybacking off of our last
leather one.
They all kind of overlap.
Yes.
But there are different elements, or different sides of the same coin.
Well, you can see what's happening here. Like you've got some streaks and stuff, and it's because it was too wet.
Right, I painted it, I squirted it with water, and then the water was still running down the wall, and I started painting it, and then it causes the lime wash to run.
Right.
It dilutes it, so it's more translucent.
And then I was about to dilute it with how bad it was looking. What's the next mistake?
So then the way to fix it would be to just spray it down and wait till the water is no longer running. So maybe spray it and then wait 5 minutes.
Hey, what a great idea.
Spray it and wait 2 minutes. I don't know.
Spray and wait
the hard
3.5
ones.
minutes. Why does our house look like it was on fire in a spot?
That was actually when it was wet. Did you see how much
Yes.
it
It changes
color when it dried?
much.
Yeah. Lime wash is crazy like that. Regular paint will change a little bit, but
It's like a
lime wash-
completely different color. Like you've got to really just gird your loins and be okay with it being weird looking while you're doing it. You got to.
Moral of the story is, test a little bit, wait for it to dry and see what color it is. We pigmented ours, which actually I would recommend because I think it makes it look a little less sterile and generic.
Yes.
And we got ours from, I think it was called Lancaster Limeworks. I'll link to it down below. But we got ours there. So you want to make sure it's made to be used with lime wash and it's not going to fade, it's UV resistant and stuff. And so we ordered ours from there. You can get it other places as well. And it looked like a different color family.
Yeah.
When we got it, I thought it was going to be more of a gray brown, and when we got it, it was more of a red brown. So when I mixed it in, the darker I went, the more pinkish it looked.
I was ready to
great.
punt that thing back to the 1200s.
Okay, next.
Trying to age our life wash. All right, friends. We know that some of you out there are super artistic, and we kind of thought we were.
Look at that. It's
just
awful.
right up until we
Look at
tried
it.
this. And I am telling you, we did this, and I was just like, what have we done?
I had kind of convinced myself it looked good until we got our house appraised. And then they took some pictures, which really weren't great anyway.
Boy, were they brutal.
When I saw the house in a picture, I was like, oh my gosh, this looks awful.
I moved.
She
had to bring me back.
Stop it. I mean, here's the thing. And again, if you're using the pre-mixed stuff,
We don't think you're going to have the same struggle.
they tell you just to spray it off after it's dried a little. That's what I tried. Oh, I spit. That's what I tried. And I tried it so many different ways.
Right.
I would try letting it dry and then spraying it. Well, it would be too dry and then it would not come off.
Right.
So then I would take the pressure washer to it, and then the pressure washer would just make little swirly streaks on it. So then I would be trying to correct it. I'd take a wire brush and start just hand rubbing it off. I did it on the front porch, and the front porch was actually probably the
There
best
was a
looking part.
section of our house that looked pretty good, but man, it was small.
So I would personally not recommend trying to age the lime wash yourself. And
don't
here's
do
the
it.
second thing. If you like the look of the aged lime wash, it'll actually age itself over time. Our chimney, I mean, it was fully covered, and within a year, the whole top of the chimney had basically worn off.
Yes,
But yeah,
it will wear on its own
Right.
and look natural and probably look awesome.
Yes.
changing your stroke pattern as you go. Terrible.
I think this was when you kept telling me to stop.
I was like, please just pick, just pick.
And I knew better. So you can do like crisscrosses, X's, which I actually really liked. I thought it covered up the seams a little better.
Sure.
And I liked the texture that it gave. But to be honest with you, by the time we got to our second coat, you really couldn't see the texture at that point because it's pretty opaque. And why are you just staring at me?
I thought the crisscross was pretty wiggity wiggity whack, if I'm being honest.
So, personally, I'd recommend if you're doing multiple coats and stuff, just go back and forth. But whatever you do, whether it's like the X pattern, back and forth, whatever, just stick with it. Keep it the same as you go. Got our hydrated type S lime. Man, oh man.
Hidden behind all of our stuff.
You know what? Why did we do this? All right, here's another thing. I should have a mask on. You're not supposed to breathe this
I feel like
in.
this is literally every single video.
You should have a mask on and gloves and probably long stuff. This dries out your skin. Ugh. Here's the bag we bought. Western Miracle Pressure Hydrated Type S Lime. So for us, 150-pound bag, I think got our house 1.5 to 2 times.
Totally.
So that's pretty
That
cool.
was with the mistakes.
That was with the mistakes. You can use type S lime, and if you mix that, you could use it pretty much at the same time you mix it. You can also use type N, but you have to like let it sit overnight.
Which makes it type nah.
So I'm gonna mix this. Go ahead and stop it so I go get a bucket.
I don't know how.
Push the circle button.
I don't know where the circle button is.
Oh my gosh. Did you?
I can't tell if it's going or not. As always, we are just super thankful for the support and for the likes. If you subscribe,
Yeah.
if you comment,
Yes.
all those
comment,
kinds
share.
of things. Like, we love that stuff. We've got all these different ways of connecting. We'd love to see you guys connect with us.
Yeah.
And then last but not least, we have a Patreon. It's just a platform that allows creators and makers like us to give you extra opportunities to connect, to give you extra material and content. Our patrons are some of our favorite folks. And so we're really thrilled that you guys are going on the journey with us. We hope more of you will join us and get hyped because we've got a lot more projects coming down the line and we're really excited to share. Till the next one, Anker Design Co. Deuces.
What was this? Oh no, finger gun.
Please don't do unintentional gang signs.
What should I do?
I don't know. Bye.
Is YouTube gonna take it down?
I don't even know what you did.
This.
No. We're just pointing, YouTube. This is how I point at stuff. Hey, babe, will you bring me the drink?